All right, all right. There's someone already watching, apparently. That's insane. Okay, well, hopefully that streak stays. Well, hello, everybody. I could have just waited until more people join, but honestly, I don't know how many people are going to join. Um, hey, look, someone's hello. How are you? I don't know how to say your name. Coddlum Koi 2921. How's it going, man? Or whoever you are. Yeah, I've not done a stream in some time, and so I wanted to kind of try again with this, and don't really have an agenda for this, honestly. Just kind of doing a stream, and people have mentioned they want to see a stream, so I was like, okay, cool. I'll kind of I can make that happen, I suppose. Um, Augusta, Georgia. Hello. How is it in Georgia? Is there any crazy stuff going on there in Georgia at all? There's not like ice raids down. I haven't heard any ice raids down there yet. Actually, I'm kind of surprised that Atlanta's not had. Well, at least we've not heard anything from Atlanta on that. I don't know. Has Atlanta had any, or Georgia in general had any things like that? Perhaps I haven't been paying attention close enough to Georgia on that front. Yeah, I don't know. But anyways, like I was saying, this is going to be a chill stream, really a chat stream. Y'all can talk to me and ask me questions if you're interested. I haven't heard or seen anything in this area. That is very good news. I am very happy about that. So let's hope that remains. That's not really been on the topic. I feel like Trump has moved like all of the ice stuff. Like he stopped giving a shit about like, okay, let's do ice raids here. Now we're going to do raids in other countries. I feel like that's what's happening. I feel like that's what's happening. Could be wrong though. I don't know. I mean, maybe they're. I think they're still doing it. It's just like you feel like that's more. That's what's currently happening. I'm laughing not because of that. It's horrible, and I'm not laughing that like these are good things. I'm more laughing because it's like, oh, we have to deal with it. That's kind of just FYI. That's where my humor is. But like I said, in light of that, this is going to be a chill stream. Um, just a chill stream to kind of talk to you guys and see how everybody's doing, and dealing with the do and all that stuff, and yeah, just kind of the world is kind of crazy right now. So I thought, we should probably do a little stream where we all just kind of have a community session, a little therapy session, sit down, get together. How's everybody doing? Like a little group of people in a room, not like I guess we're like grieving about the country, I suppose, at this point. 6 viewers so far. Wow, this is like, honestly, this is literally, I'm not even joking right now, my most successful stream I've ever had. I've done other streams like many years ago, of course, before my channel was this big, which I might have gotten a viewer. And I've been live for what, like not even 5 minutes. I already have like 6 people on here. That's nuts, guys. I really appreciate that. That's awesome. Sweet. I will take that. Do y'all want to hear what happened to me today, by the way, to get started with the fun? And you guys, please leave comments in the chat. Do not be shy. I want to hear from y'all. But do you want to hear what happened to me today? I no longer have a job. I've talked a lot about how I've worked for. So you're about to hear what happened. I've talked a lot about how I work for the government, and I worked for my not the county that I live in, but the county right next door over. And things have kind of been going downhill in the last year. I don't know if it's been specifically because of Trump, but it's just been going downhill. And I had a one-on-one with my boss today, which I don't want to say too much, obviously, online, but it ended. I didn't get fired, but I essentially resigned because he wanted to get in a yelling match with me about what I wasn't doing, and I'm like, dude, I've migrated domains. I am the guy that set up you guys on a .gov domain. I am the guy that has rebuilt all of your VMware stuff. I am the guy that made you compliant with your backups again. I am the guy that's done like flipping half your environment. So, but because apparently he didn't like how I was logging my hours, which I was, but whatever, he decided that I needed to shapen up, or else I might not have a job. And so I said, you know what, I'll do one better. I'll just go ahead and leave. In this economy, I know. I've got other things in the works, though, so don't worry about me. This YouTube channel being one of them. We'll see how that goes. Oh, boy. Yeah. Well, we're losing viewers. Oh, no. My success is slowly tanking. Yeah. I don't really have a lot of things to do with this stream. I just kind of... I didn't really have a great idea for a video tonight, so I just thought, hey, I'll just... try a live stream again, I suppose. I don't want to do nothing. I want to put something up every night. I just don't always know what to do. But I have video games. You guys want to watch that? I played Signal Simulator for like I think the last time I tried to do a live stream. But I don't know. I could do that again maybe. Some people like that. But I just thought also it'd be cool to do like just a nice chat with y'all and see what all's going on. You know what we should do? We should check the news. That's not very chilled, is it? No, not really. But I digress. Let's try it. Let's do this. Now, if everything breaks on the stream, I apologize. You know, I'm only, you know, so good at this. Even being in technology, you'd be surprised how live streams are their own deal. Let's see, I'm going to make sure I can see chat and everything here. 1 second. There's chat, just in case anybody says anything that I might find interesting. So, let's go to good old CNN and see what's happening. Woman shot and killed by ICE agents video. Oh, I just got done talking about this. Saying, oh, you know, and now we're dealing with that. Okay. Do I even really want to show you that, guys, this? I think it's a time for us techies to create something that moves us forward in the world. You know, IT is just such a problem right now. Are you in IT if you only knew 34? Is that your username? I suppose you are. It sounds like you are. It's a problem right now. Like, I feel like, you know what? Screw it. Screw the news. Wonder what the reason will be. We can't have universal health care after the mids. Howdy from Missouri. I am actually in Missouri. I am in Missouri. I did IT in the military before I was medically discharged. Yeah. Have you done IT in the private sector at all, or for any other organization? It sucks out there, no matter where you are. RP Phipps 37. Is that your name? I'm sorry if I'm killing your name. Universal healthcare in this country is like talking about climate change right now. It is going to be like, if it happens, it'll be years down the road. Like, we are so far behind. We have shot ourselves in the foot so badly that it's going to be years down the road. So, then IT, OT for decades. Yeah, IT is... Can you agree with me, then, that the job market is, like, complete trash right now? Like, you know what? Let's do this, guys. Let's look for... Let me see if I can, I might accidentally dox myself here, but, you know, that's okay. Oh boy. Will this be fun. I guess UBI is out of the question. Then I would love to have universal health care. Do not get me wrong about that. The problem is we right now have an issue where we have an orange buffoon in the White House. And, dude, this guy, I was watching actually, like, live Congress today. Just, like, literally just watching them live. Like discuss with their peers about stuff. And I forget who was. There's multiple people talking about this wind farm off the coast of. I don't think it's maybe it's Maine or maybe it's Rhode. I think it's Rhode Island actually, and they. I guess Trump has tried to like put a stop work order on this thing twice now, and they're like trying to. They're basically saying like, well, what are we even supposed to do with this, right? Like they don't even know how to continue this. I don't know. Trump is definitely not America first. So my point with that whole thing is with the universal health care. I mean, we already have a dude that just does not give a shit about our country at all. Universal health care is one of those things that you have to be an absolute saint to just want to have for people. Yeah, Trumper's trash. I'm looking for 401k. I cashed out when Trump won the election. Yeah, honestly, I've tried to hold in this past year, 2025. I almost left in December, but I wanted to have my one-on-one this literally today to see what would happen, and I left. I honestly got paid shit for what I was doing, and it's just I was like, I could honestly, even though this market is like, or the economy is trash right now, I'd rather be doing my own thing. I've got actually a couple other side businesses besides YouTube, of course, that I'm doing. And I hope to grow this channel and open other channels, actually. That's I'm trying to grow. This channel was supposed to be a tech channel originally. Then it went down politics. So I'm going to use the Tech Maxware brand to build the political channel, which doesn't make much sense, but bear with me. And then I'm going to do like Tech Maxware Tech for my tech channel, Tech Maxware other things, whatever I do. So there will be other channels down the road as soon as once I grow this one. But I'm just trying to, I don't want to like PewDiePie out and like act like I'm just a crazy dude that wants to like make tons of money off this. I mean, sure, I want to make some money off it, but I also want to be like, good. Love your channel, bro. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I try. I try. I'm not sure how much I succeed, but I try. We should chat sometime. I'm just doing gigs, I guess, right now, but I've been doing it for over 20 years and shit. Wait, did you say, hold on a second, you are in Missouri, okay. Yeah, I mean, if you have some leads around here, my good friend, I would be happy to talk to you. My email address is on my channel. Because right now I'm trying to get myself to do some freelancing work on the side. So, yeah. There's a niche in politics and tech. Okay. I am, honestly, part of the reason why I started this channel, and I apologize, I'm looking over here because chat's over here, so I know that the camera's wonky, but just bear with me. You can plug almost anything. Like, there's all these channels out there that are like, oh, the job market's bad or the economy's bad, but they never, ever, ever talk about politics and what has happened and why these things have happened. And it's so frustrating to me that they want to talk about the state of the world and explaining things, but they specifically avoid politics. And I realize that people don't want to talk about politics, but it is the reason why we have these problems. I wish more people were accepting of that. Send you an email later. I've done a fair. Yeah, that's fine. No rush or nothing. I'm just saying, if you want to chat, my email's on my channel. You can find me there. Let me try doing this real quick. Oh man, guys, if you like, this is. So I have OBS installed with Linux Mint, and I love Linux Mint. It's working great for me, but. If the stream just blows up, you know what happened. So just be FYI, be warned. I'm gonna do a window capture, I guess. That might be the easiest way to do this. Always looking to network with people who aren't fascist. I agree. I don't know what part of Missouri you're in, but in Jefferson City, the Hyundai, I drive an Elantra N, the Hyundai dealership in Jefferson City, they are not Trump supporters. They're open about that if you talk to them about that. Just FYI. They're good guys down there for me. I'm not sure what part you're on, but let's letting you know, if you drive a Hyundai or want to buy a Hyundai and you are Branson Springfield, okay. Yeah, it's a little ways down there. I'm up here in central Missouri, but I should go down to Springfield. I don't go down there very often. It's been like years been down to Branson. All right, let's see here. I'm not gonna break my stream just yet. Ooh, here we go. Boom. Let's see if this will work. Okay, guys, are you ready for it? Boom. Here's that. Look at that. Let me see if I can like center this. It's just gonna look weird. I'm sorry. It's Trump country here. We have both Trump store. Oh yeah, no, it's Missouri is. Columbia is okay. Boonville is okay. Fulton's okay. Jefferson City is okay, but as soon as you get down to like the Lake of the Ozarks, yeah, it's oof, man, it's getting pretty bad. All right, can you guys see Indeed? Okay, we're gonna do some We're gonna do some IT job hunting and see what the market's like. Why not, right? And if you all want me to like search for anything else, you tell me. Time on Indeed. What are you? What are you making me look at on here? I don't know. We could do something else. I don't care. I hate you. I'm sorry. We can go back to this. You want to look at this instead? Yeah. We can look at the news. No, I know you're teasing me. I'm just giving you crap too. Oh man. Oh man. Part-time, hire immediately. Yeah, I was gonna say this is probably not what you want to see. This right here is not chill. This is probably not chill either, honestly. I don't even know what is chill. What is chill these days? What can we do? Like, you know what? Here's another website I like. I love DistroWatch. Y'all like DistroWatch? You're all not computer people like I am, probably. Some people are, but I love this site. I like how DistroWatch is dark mode now too. I just realized that today. Been watching the murder thing all day. I literally just learned about it. I literally just learned about the murder stuff. I honestly though, it's like I don't. That's the thing is like what there is never like. God, you watch the like you turn the news on or like browse to it, whatever. You know, it's always like horrible. It's never good. I mean, yes, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's never like, at least, or should I say average? It's never average. It's always like, yeah, so another school shooting, you know, another, like, country got blown up today. Like, fuck, man. Like, it's just like, holy crap. Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm doing on here. I'm just looking at DistroWatch, because why not, guys? Chill DistroWatch stream. Fighting with the company which was employed by and letting them simmer before I moved to be a contractor for them. I had time today to watch the news. Yeah, I avoided it a little bit today, and then I went to make it. Like I said, went to make my video tonight, and I'm like, I have no idea what's going on. And I checked the news, and I'm like, I don't want to talk about that. So I said live stream instead. Man. Any of y'all, you ever tried Guide OS? This thing, I guess. Job posting. You know what? Screw it. Nobody wants to watch Indeed, or sorry, DistroWatch. I like DistroWatch, but let's go back to Indeed. Let's do that. I'm gonna look for systems administrator. System administrator, sure. And then it was to say remote. Let's look for that. I'm not signed in here, so whatever, but let's see what they got here. That's not bad, I guess. It's sort of okay. Windows Systems Administrator for Trent Defense LLC. I mean, there's some stuff on here. Systems Administrator U-Haul has got something. Hybrid work. Slightly farther. What does this mean? Do you all do, like, contracting jobs? Like, I get a lot of headhunters talk about contracting jobs. Like, hey, we've got, like, a 2-month or, like, 4-month I've never done one of those, but I used to think I wasn't interested in that, but these days I'm like, I don't know if I want to work somewhere long-term anymore anyway, so, like, do I want to do that? I don't know. I have no experience in that. I really don't know. Systems Administrator, Ninth Way Insignia. What is this? We could also make fun of corporate talk. God, this stream is gonna make me never get a job again. All the employers gonna come watch my and be like, this guy's an asshole. We can't hire him. He's not fit for the team. is a service-able veteran-owned small business bringing transformative technology. Yeah. Our specialties include cybersecurity, cloud modernization, software deployment, data analytics, enterprise architecture, yeah, okay, cool. Administer, monitor, maintain enterprise systems environments, Windows, Linux, Red Hat, VMware, Azure, AWS. Yeah. Dude, here's the thing with IT, man. Here's the thing. You know, if you don't, getting fired is almost like a skill. Like you, like I'm almost certain that my last boss, I just left my job. They they straight up, I know he was trying to get me fired. Like he was trying to really get me to walk out or get fired or something. And I just like, dude, you know what? I've done tons of good work here, so if you don't want me to be here, man, I totally get it. I'll just leave. Like that was kind of my that was honestly, especially after you got into like a yelling match with me, I was just like, you know what, I don't want to fucking deal with this anymore. I've got other opportunities. Do you have any? I'm going to correct your grammar for you, man. ZZ man's ZZ. I'm going to correct your grammar and say, do you have any advice for someone who got tech internships over the years but no real actual job experience? I graduated a cybersecurity program, but I can't find anything relevant. Uh, Honestly, you're not going to like my answer with that. So what I have done, I've been my last two jobs. I was a full sysadmin, which worked on like pretty much if there was a server issue, VMware issue, network issue it was pretty much me. Not so much my last job that I just had. We had a network admin there for that, but the job before that I did f all everything with almost f all everything in my last job. But anyways, my answer to you is you're gonna have to go to help desk jobs for a while. I started doing, like I said, you're not going to like that answer, and they're not really good, well paying, and so it kind of sucks, but that's, if you can find a help desk job that's half decent, I would do that. Yeah. I would definitely. Here's the thing, too, like, you don't have to climb the ladder at one place. Like, the way I've climbed the ladder in my career is I've just gone to different jobs. Like, I take the relevant experience, I apply to several jobs that are a title above mine, and some of them you can catch an interview with, and if you impress them enough, they'll give you a job. And as long as you're willing to learn new skills, you can build your career that way. That's how I've done it, to be honest with you. It's just a matter of like, kind of doing it, if that makes any sense. IT administrator. There is actually, this is more than I've seen before. So I guess the job market's not the worst. That's a good thing, I think, right now for me. Senior systems administrator. That's not a bad thing. What are they doing? Guys, what if I just apply to jobs on live stream? Be funny as hell. I learned what each job could teach, and then I moved on. I tried to target jobs that I'm only 6% qualified for. Yeah, honestly, what I have learned is you are not going to. You're not gonna. There's a limit too. Like if you're applying for the same title job over and over again, companies pick up on that, and they're like, huh. And, you know, like because like my last two jobs have been having sysadmin roles. So if I apply to something else, it's gonna be like a systems analyst or like whatever, right? Honestly, I don't think I'm probably fully qualified to do something like that. But honestly, that's kind of how I've moved up in the world. So, IT director, systems administrator. That's interesting. That tells me that that department is all you. You're one person that does everything. They should actually say /help desk on the end of this. Because let's be real, you know for a fact you're doing everything. IT director / systems administrator. That right there is a scam. I don't know. I'm just kidding. I mean, maybe. I really don't know. Location: Miami or remote. You know. Oh yeah, this one right here. Which one are you talking about? Talk about that job you had on screen. Senior engineer or admin. Yeah, this one is... this one's... I mean, hey, listen, if you can get 90 for it, I guess fair. But, I mean, this just smells like you're going to be doing everything. Hillend IT. Oh, okay, yeah. I don't know where that was. I lost it. Oh, no. No, that last had it. Okay. Let me go back. I don't know where I had actually... I don't... Goodness, I don't know what I had on screen. Ninth Way insignia... I mean, there's some stuff on here. There's definitely jobs available. I don't know, you know, what you're going to... Oh, sorry. I don't know. I'm sorry. When you say that one, I'm like, I don't know what I clicked on. Maybe the display. Oh, okay. That's okay. That's not good. Well, we can't be looking at IT jobs all day because I feel like my stream will be tainted by that, and, you know. Yeah, it's all good. So, anyways, let me turn my camera back on and get this off screen. Hello, again. Let's see. What could we talk about? I guess we can talk about my background. So this background here, I'll look at that for a second. This guy. I had a tornado in storm chasing channel on YouTube for a while. How successful was that? I've wanted to do that. I feel like that's a lot of people are doing that now, but I wanted to do that. Tornado and storm chasing. Have you seen a tornado before? What we could do. I do have a Radar Omega on my computer as well. Let's see. Oh gosh, I'm always scared doing an OBS. It's spooky. Yeah, I feel like growing an audience is tough because, like, you want to do what you want to do, but then, of course, the audience is picky, which is perfectly acceptable and fine. There ain't nothing going on in good old, the entire United States. Oh, you guys want to know something that's funny, though? Here, let me see if I can share my screen here. Yeah, YouTube is tricky, especially, like, my first goal was to get monetized, and then as soon as I did that, I feel like I kind of slowed down because of the holidays, but now I'm kind of, especially with that, now that I have more time on my hands, I absolutely want to pick this stuff back up. Absolutely want to pick up on this channel again. Display capture, image slideshow, mini source, what the flip? Window capture. Let's do Radar Omega. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Did run Retimmer and Casey. Those guys always complain when they see, like, when they run into people they don't, like, they're fans, quote unquote, they always get upset. I don't know. There's nothing going on right now. Look how, like, I mean, all this is like radars and shit. Oh, you know what I'm not doing, though, is I'm not looking at the full spectrum, this full scope here. Let's try that. Oh, there's some stuff going on. I got too much crap on the screen, all these, like, chasers and stuff here. Maybe I should, like, tune that down a little bit. I don't know. Data overlays? Well, whatever. I'm not going to fuck with this too much. That's pretty cool. That is the one thing about storm chasing, is if you go out there and do it, you're more than likely to, like, run into people that do it as well that are, like, famous. Because they're out there doing the same thing. Well, Portland is getting some rain, I guess. I feel like that's kind of obvious. Not much going on here. We'll have to do more of this, though, in the springtime. It's January, of course. Not much is going to, like, happen. Yeah. That's pretty cool we got to meet him. That's pretty cool. Pretty awesome. Well, that's cool. Not much going on there. Move this back over here so it doesn't look so weird. Okay. Oh, goodness. Oh, he only made his... Okay, he only made his team. That's fair, though. I mean, honestly, still pretty cool. Cool to network. Oh, yeah, Reed Timmer is... He's done a lot of stuff. That man has done a lot of stuff. Reed Timmer has. That is for sure. Sorry, I'm checking on my other stream here. Or not my other stream, but my channel. Making sure it looks half decent. Well, I wonder why no one's clicking on my stream. When you, like, look at my channel, it's just Distro Watch. Nobody's gonna want that, ironically. Hispanic, as a Hispanic American in New York, I appreciate your views and opinions on the current state of... Sorry, my thing. Current state of the nation. Looking forward to upcoming videos. Yeah. Do you guys have... I have like a total of 3 people on here right now. Do you have anything politics related that you want me to talk about specifically? And I will perhaps do some videos on that stuff. Reed Timmer is an interesting person. That is for sure. Also, totally off topic, but this is tea. It's Earl Grey with some honey in it. That's what I usually drink. Every time you see me with this on my channel, that just FYI, that's what I'm drinking. It's pretty good. Good evening drink. I'm not sure I'll do that when summertime comes around, but hey, probably a sweet tea at that point. Yeah, Hispanic American, by the way. That's. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to sound insensitive, but that's rough. Hey, just caught you. Yeah. How's it going, Mitch Bailey? I have seen your comments on my videos before. How are you doing, man? You wrote a message to me a few days ago. Oh, if you wrote a message to me, I'm sorry. I have not seen it. I guess I can check my email here and see. You sent me an email or like a YouTube message? I don't know if we predicted this. Thoughts on insurrection possibly invoked due to Waltz sending in National Guard. Honestly, not email YouTube. I'll have to see. I don't honestly have not checked YouTube messages in so long. I don't even know how to do that. I should probably... There might be some stuff in there. I'm sorry. I'll go take a look at that. So, what should I... Tim Wall... Yeah. Honestly, I just... To be honest, here's the problem. I have... all of the stuff that's happening in our country right now, like, there's just, in this past year we've seen, I feel like, is it appropriate to say we've made history in this past year with the amount of, like, unholy shit we've done? Sorry, not sorry, bad language, but I mean, just, let's be real. Like, I feel like, I don't, to be honest, here's what I think's gonna happen. I've been watching some stuff. Right now I'm laser focused on Congress, because Congress is the only thing that's going to stand up to Donald Trump right now and all this shit. And until Donald Trump gets reeled in, we're not gonna see things improve much. And the more that we let Donald Trump get away with stuff, the more stuff he's just going to do, and the more stuff other people are going to do, because they don't give a shit about what he's, they think, oh, Donald Trump's getting away with it, so that means I can too. Which, I wouldn't technically believe that personally. I wouldn't go out there doing crazy shit because Donald Trump does it, because I know that I'm not Donald Trump and I can be prosecuted for this stuff just like he could, but I'm probably more likely to be prosecuted for it. That being said, Trump is, or this stuff is just not going to stop until Trump is reeled in. And like I said, I'm laser focused on Congress right now because they are. It's a little bit wish-wash. The Republicans are still trying to defend him a little bit, but you can definitely tell they're starting to pull back a bit. And the Democrats are there on this. I mean, I watched probably 4 or 5 solid hours today of Democrats just hounding Republicans. Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be an interesting year, if nothing else, to put it lightly. Then we'll go after state capitals. I think that's definitely a possibility. I think anything's a possibility. Honestly, what I think will happen, which is might be a good, because I used to work for, again, I just left my job at the county. I'm worried that they might go even after local county governments because that's who hosts elections. I used to be involved in the election process. Oops, dropped my thing in my tea. And if they want to really go after elections, that's what they're going to have to do. Oh, that's disgusting. America was born in fire and blood, and this is the American way. You know, I get that argument, but my point is this, though, is if we're ever just going to evolve as a country and evolve as a society, we just sometimes need to be able to solve things without fucking violence. Like, I really wish we could learn how to do that. I really wish we could learn how to solve things without violence, you know? Call me crazy, and I'm not saying we're like anywhere near that point yet, but I particularly don't care for it. I wish that we could just be cool, you know? Like, you know, let's just not have to worry about, you know, we could all enjoy things like this right here. Look, when I put this, here we go, boom, like that. Look at that stream. Look at those two. I was just there in Yosemite. That is a picture I took. All right, and that it was the most peaceful place I could tell you. And like so many people forget this is literally in their country. And I'm just here to tell you that it's wonderful, and I wish people understood that being peaceful and reading a book is like the best way to live. Oh yeah, no. I mean, again, like I said, I feel like right now, Trump will do anything. Trump, it looks like your backyard. That's awesome, dude. If your backyard looks like that, man, that's amazing. You got some good land. That's a good property value right there. That's awesome. Yeah, Trump is going to keep doing crazy things. All we have right now is Congress. Congress has to work for it, and like I said in my previous videos, we need to, we need people to be seriously calling their senators, talking to their folks, and you're in the woods. If you don't mind me asking, you don't have to say this, but what part of the country are you in? You don't have to be specific, just what state maybe. I'm just curious. Because if you have that's your backyard, man. I kind of want to know where I can get me a piece. New England. Okay, yeah. North. Awesome. All right. Cool. That makes sense. If Trump's approval rating doesn't drop after today, I might leave the country. I tell you, I have, especially right now, after I no longer have a job as of today, I got to tell you, leaving the country is tempting. But I will also tell you that I just, part of me thinks I'm giving up too easily if I do that. And I don't know if that's the right response. I don't know if I should care that much, but I feel like if I am not trying to help save this damn country, then I'm not being responsible. This is my country. After all, I was born here. My family was born here, right? It's like, oh, it's not working out for me. I guess leave. I don't know. Sucks having your loyalties be tested. You know, yes, but also look at it this way: you're not being loyal. This country is built on its people, right? If you're gonna be loyal to your country, you're actually being loyal to yourself and your neighbors and your friends. You know, this is built for this country's for the people. It ain't for Congress or the government or the president or bullshit, whatever the hell we're dealing with. It's for the people, right? Now we need to be responsible as people and run the country responsible, yes, you know, but that does not mean that we, sorry, my girlfriend's doing stuff down there. I can't tell what she's doing. I can't tell if I can open the door. But we have to, but that also means we have to just, when we're doing stuff for our country, we're doing stuff for us. That's my point I'm trying to make. My niece is fleeing to Ireland. I mean, it's nice in Ireland. I can tell. I'd say that Ireland's pretty nice. If I were to go out that way, I'd go to the UK. But UK's kind of getting shit like right now too, though. I don't know. That's the other thing is I was looking up the other day, and there are a lot of people in the UK and Ireland, other countries that are like, it's really not much. They're starting to they're a little bit behind us right now, but they're starting to fall apart there too, and I find that really sad. I'm like, why are other countries falling for the same shit? That should not be them. They should absolutely not be doing the same shit we've been doing, making the same mistakes we've been making. Oh, man. I'm out of tea. When I swore into the Army, I did so to defend the Constitution. The first thing Trump did was change that to swearing into the defense. No, I'll tell you right now. Trump has done zero, zilch to, you are still, if you are in the armed services right now, you are still for the Constitution. You need to disobey orders if they are illegal. Because here's the thing, especially when Trump finally does, the chances are still likely right now that Trump will be out of office at some point soon, or even after his term is up, whatever, or he's dead, and your ass is gonna be on fire, under fire, whatever, because you obeyed an illegal order. So no. Trump has done nothing to change the rules where the army is his. Everything he's doing right now, the way he's initiating armed services, is illegal. Just to be clear. I got out you got out 6 years ago. What did you get out of the armed services? I missed that happening. I'm watching for the two damn Hitler. Yeah, no. There's nothing legal about what Trump is doing right now with the armed services. There's nothing. Oh, U.S. Army. Yeah. Yeah, no. So, funny story, my dad, I'm 28 right now. My dad, when I got out of high school, I was kind of, had a slump where I was like, I'm not sure I want to do. I knew I wanted to do some with IT, but I wasn't quite, my career hadn't quite been built yet, so I was trying to figure that out. So I had this kind of slump year, right, or just post high school. Not a full year, but almost, whatever. And my dad, because he was in the Navy back in the 80s, I think, yeah. And he wanted me to join the armed services. Well, he didn't really want me to, but he was like, hey, that's a good option for if you want to do it. But I gotta be honest with you, I'm not saying that people who serve are don't get me wrong, people who serve I really appreciate. I want that to be clear. But I just don't want to serve because I feel like for the last while it's been you're serving in wars and in conflicts that I just don't believe in. And I just didn't want to do it. I mean, and again, I'm not saying that if you're doing that, you're wrong in some way. I'm just saying that I didn't want to do it. Most people who enlist usually have nowhere else to go. Yeah, I can see that. I felt that way. I almost did, but I just didn't. I don't know. I don't think I would have done very well, honestly. I was afraid to even get through boot camp. I was like, I'm gonna be so gone. You served your country. Our country has sucked, but it isn't your fault. You served because it did. Yeah. Oh yeah, no. That's yeah, no. Right now, if you're in the armed services, you're serving your country, and it's rough because I'm happy that Maduro is out of office. He was a shithead too, and I appreciate what they did for that. But I'm also like, this obviously is a political problem, geopolitically, not just here at home. Geopolitically, it's an issue because we've kind of shown Russia that, oh yeah, it's okay to attack Ukraine. Oh yeah, China, it's okay to go after Taiwan because we just did it with Venezuela. So yeah, of course you can do it. That's the problem I'm having with that. Recruiters target people at rock bottom. That's weird. Why? I mean, I guess I guess I understand why, but oh man, I struggle with that. For every life needs inventory is probably 10% suicidal before they enlisted. Yeah, yeah, I don't know. I just and right now I don't I technically don't have a job, right, or a full-time job. I just got out of my job, right, but I gotta be honest with you, I'm going, there are so many things I will try to do before I go down some do that. I don't know. I just especially now with the experience I have, I even back then that's how I saw it. You know, and again, I'm not saying it's a bad idea to do. I'm just saying I don't know if I would do it. I just don't think I could. Got me educated and work. Oh yeah, my dad. Oh yeah, the Navy was great for him too. I mean, he like the whole reason why I'm in IT is because my dad was in IT, and he back in the '80s when he went to the Navy, he went through what's called BEEP school, which is like basic electronics and engineering program. I think it's called. I think it stands for. Correct me if I'm wrong there. But it did him well. I mean, he didn't have any college experience or anything like that, or college experience. He didn't have any college or any other work experience. So, no, it was a really good thing for him, for sure. All yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, they have education programs. Obviously, I mean, employers will hire you just because you were in the army, you know, or you're in the enlisted services, for sure. Yep. I ended up going into other jobs for my job fair while still enlisted. That's good. Yeah, I worked at IBM for some time. I've done the education route. I worked for a K through 12 school system for a little while doing IT work for that. Then I worked for a university for about a year after that, and then I tried going into the manufacturing world for IT. That absolutely sucked, or at least the particular company I was working for sucked. That didn't last more than 2 months, to be honest. Um, and then I kind of went. I have done MSP on and off, so I did MSP for another little while, and then I had the job I just had working for the government, or at least county government, and now I've got nothing except for you guys. You guys are my job now. Not my own. I've got other things going on, but you know this is definitely going to be something I'm going to try to grow. Definition of brain drain to leave the country. I gotta tell you, I don't think, and even if you really do not give a shit for the United States and you just want to like save yourself, I don't think moving is the best option. I gotta be honest with you. I've from the research I actually visited the UK last year, um, and Spain as well, and they're good countries. Don't get me wrong. I just from what I've been reading, from talking to people, uh, they're honestly having a lot of similar issues to us, and I just don't think that it would be Not that I think the United States is amazing. I just think that you probably have it about as good here ish. I mean, and again, guys, we still have ways to get out of the shithole we've gotten ourselves into. That's still possible. Again, pay attention to Congress. Call your senators, all your representatives. They're supposed to average American. Here's the thing: average American, but so many people across the world are they don't care about learning, right? They just want the easy way out of everything, and that's the problem we have. People want too much. People are too into convenience. Yeah, I don't know how else to say it. People are so into convenience right now. There's something else I was going to say about that, but I forgot. That's what I was going to say. Now, I know there might be some of you in chat that are going to disagree with me, and you know what? I'm hoping there is someone in chat that disagrees with me on this. Who here, if anyone, thinks that it's not a good idea to vote, or that both sides are bad, or, you shouldn't? Because I really want to talk to someone like that in real time. I gotta be honest, I kind of want to talk. I talk a lot about this on my videos, of course, but I'd love to talk about. I'd love to talk to someone who thinks it's bad to vote, or like it's just, I guess, dumb to vote, or it doesn't make a difference, is what they usually say. I'd love to talk to one of those kinds of people and have a little debate with you. I think they might be from India. What do you mean are you talking about like the? You think that like the people who say that it's dumb to vote? Not true. No, I don't. I absolutely do not think that it's dumb to vote. I am 100% a person that says that voting is a good idea. Yeah. I mean, it's possible. I guess I don't really look at or I don't always know who is where people are from. So, I mean, sure, I guess it's possible that people are saying that are on there talking about that have no fucking clue what they're saying because they don't even have the right to vote in their own country. It could be what's happening. I don't know though. I've heard people here talk about that in person. I've seen my neighbors have sometimes said, "Oh well, it doesn't matter. Both sides are bad and I'm corrupt anyway." And I'm like, "Well, you look at it that way, you're never going to solve the problem. Neither party cares about us." I will say that. No, both parties are not the same, but neither party is on our side. Okay. I see what you're saying, and I will partially agree with you. But here is the thing, okay? Let's be honest about one thing. Can we be honest about one thing? Everybody wants to get paid. Okay, whether or not you're doing IT work, you're doing help desk, or you work for you're in this U.S. Senate. Everybody wants to get paid. You can't just do something. I mean, yes, you can do things for free, but at the end of the day, we all have bills to pay, right? So I don't care if people are getting paid to be there. It's just, and to be fair, that's also a very high-ranking seat, so you probably should get paid a decent amount to be there when you're making those kinds of decisions for the country. I guess that's my point. Is what do you? Local politicians also get paid decently well. Not always, but depends on the county you're in, stuff like that. I mean, what do you expect? Here's the thing. When working in government, I see it. We always have to watch. We have to really scrape by, and it's actually a problem, especially when you're talking about IT. There's a lot of things that we're not compliant with because we simply can't spend the money, because apparently that would look bad to the citizens. And I'm like, yeah, but then they're not getting proper infrastructure for things that they need to have. So what it's kind of like you're blaming the government and its people for getting paid, but what do you expect? They have to do a job. Like, I'm kind of. I guess my point is, if that's the usual argument is, oh well, they're there to make money. Yes, that's any. Are you going to go to work for free? Are you going to go, like, no, you're not. I'm trying to build this channel to make money with as well. I'll be flat out honest with you. I'm not. I mean, I like, doing this for you guys too. But like, hey, of course I want to make some dough off this. Whole organized way which promotes the politicians we have. We should fund our elections with U.S. tax. Fund our elections. That is true. We should be funding that. I'll agree with you there. We should not. That's the issue with our current parties, is that they're funded primarily with donations, which is a problem. Doesn't take as much money as you think. So you're right and wrong about that, because here's who's really making money off the government. It's never your government officials. Who's making money? Again, I can tell you this firsthand. Who's making money off your government are corporations that sell them either a subcontracted service or a program of some kind, like software or a service software. Microsoft makes an effing killing off your governments, your local governments especially. They make more money off that than probably anything. Obviously corporations, but probably even more than that. Because here's the thing about when you getting involved, like let's say you're gonna write a piece of software for like the assessor's office of a local county government or something, and you sell it to them. Once they have ingrained their data in your software, it's like impossible for them. They will literally use that thing for decades, right? And so, if you're smart, you'll set it up to where they have to keep paying you a yearly license fee to use it, and of course you're going to overcharge them, and of course they're just going to pay it because it's not their fucking money. Taxpayers are paying the bill. So it's actually not your electeds, and it's not your government employees that are taking all the dough from you. It's actually the corporations. Secret dark money which isn't tracked. We just need to fix our elections and focus on the policies and issues again. I agree. Yeah, absolutely. Again, it doesn't have to be this way. Here's the thing, though. This is the entire, coming back to the original point, we've come full circle here. This is why I'm starting this channel. Or I started it, I should say. Because I think that people often overlook that you watching the stream right now, have the ability to call your local officials and tell them what you think. And then, and of course, you're only one person, right? So you can start a campaign, just literally like get a bunch of signatures together about, hey, would you like them not to do this or whatever. Get a bunch of signatures, take that to them, and you can be like, you should not be doing this, and your elected officials will listen to the most about that, because if they know that their citizens are upset with them about how they're doing something, they're going to change that because they want to get reelected. That's their job on the line if they don't fix whatever people are pissed about. Citizens, and you guys have tons of power over your government. You don't understand that. Most not all local governments also don't hold themselves accountable and violate the Constitution daily. Well, yeah, it's because nobody pays attention. Everybody, let's be honest, you're coming to my stream. You're going to other YouTube channels and the news to get your information about your government, but you can literally just go down and ask them directly. That's where all these people are going. When I find my information to give to you guys on YouTube, oftentimes I'm going to congress.gov or, shit like that, and looking at the different things they're doing. Like, it's all there. It's all public, and you can interact with that too. Trump is trying to take that away from you, by the way. Trump knows this. He knows how much power we still have. That's part of the reason why he's going crazy, is because he's trying to test how far he can get before he can take away You let these Republicans get away with what they're doing, they want to take that power away from the citizens. They want an authoritarian landscape so that they can show you what you're doing. Like what you're doing is, or sorry, they can basically take your rights away from you. I can't talk sometimes. I get going. I screw myself up. Josh Hawley really cares about what I think, or is Josh Hawley's kind of a dipshit. I got to be honest. He's not a good guy. Josh Hawley's not a good guy. Yeah, it's listen. No. I know people who know Josh Hawley personally. He's not a good guy. I'm not gonna get all of that right now, but Josh Hawley is no. I honestly, Missouri right now has been on the depressing side for me personally. I'm not. I mean, I get through it, but I wish we had different politics here at the moment. But of course, we're more of a red state, so we're not going to for a little bit. At least while this Trump shit goes down. I read the Save the Act last week. I have a lot of downtime at work. It's good. Come to New York. Dude, New York kind of scares me a little bit because y'all have like overcrowding issues. I've never been to New York, but from what I understand, from what I see like on Google Maps and shit, it's just like I don't know. Also, it's expensive there. I mean, fuck, you just like to just like to get a hotel in New York. You're like spending a ton of money. I read the most executive orders, and when I try to talk about them at work, no one believes me. Oh yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing is we have the corporations are trying to take your rights away from you, and so they know if they can sell you bullshit. Because, again, the government is boring. You know, it's like watching people work in an office building. That's all it fucking is. You know, it's just local municipalities and, like, you know, federal is just oversight of all those smaller boys, you know. The government is boring to watch. And they know that. These companies know, these corporations know that nobody wants to sit there and watch Congress work all day. It's like watching people in an office building. It's boring. You know, unless you really like what you're watching, right? I love to watch because I'm weird like that. But for the average viewer, it's boring, you know? And these companies know that, and so they know they can sell you bullshit with an interesting twist on it, and you'll believe it because it might look legit. I mean, Trump is right about one thing, that we have a media problem in this country. The problem is, of course, he is part of the bullshit media. He is the fake news. Him and his Fox News, fake news, Fox News, fake Fox News, whatever the fuck. Been to Ireland for a month, the UK, Puerto Rico for a month. I've been to the East Coast and West Coast all over. What'd you think about it? You think it was good? I did like the UK. I loved it. It was awesome. I did notice I was in London last year, and I noticed that their prices are a little more reasonable than they are here in Central Missouri. In fact, someone was kind of asking me. He's like, I had a local. Hey. I was in Hammersmith, and I had a local ask me. He was like, do you prefer Walmart or Costco? And I'm like, well, first of all, I don't really have a Costco where I live in Central Missouri. And so I guess Walmart, but I told him, I was like, the prices here though are way cheaper than they are in Missouri, and he did not believe me, and I was like, I can show you receipts from back from home. I saw. Let's see. You work in tech, dude. The scene is buzzing here. You can live at Long Island and commute into Manhattan. Oh, that's true, I guess. I mean, yeah. If so, like you're saying that the tech is good in New York. I get. Yeah, actually, they got data. Like DigitalOcean has your data center there. I actually host some of my servers for one of my web hosting businesses. I use the New York DigitalOcean data center to do that. So I suppose they have some stuff. I mean, yeah, they definitely have stuff out there. That's for sure. I don't know if my girlfriend will be ever convinced to move anywhere, though. That's my other issue. is I love her to death, but she likes where she lives. Cybersecurity and AI. I gotta be honest, I have no idea what that even means. When you're working in the AI industry, what does that mean? I literally, I mean, I know what AI is and like, but I'm like, what are you actually, like, what does your day to day look like is my actual question. Like when you're working in the AI, like you do AI, what does that mean? Gamers Nexus right now. I have not looked at Gamers Nexus. I would not be able to comment on that. But I mean, they're definitely. I'm not saying like all podcasters in news is bad. I'm just saying that you definitely. I mean, literally, and I'll be the first to tell you: do not just trust anything I say. Like, you absolutely should look at things directly, and be like, Tech Expert guy is a fucking liar. Love German, yeah. No idea. I'm a nurse. Oh. Yeah, I mean, I know. Like, I've dealt with AI. I've used AI, but like, I don't like work in the AI sector, right? So I don't. I know what it is. Depends on the goal. Some of it's machine learning or integrated chatbot type tech into things like website help system or integrating them with databases, etc. That's fair. So really, it's just like normal IT. You're just plugging it into shit. Kind of sounds pointless, actually, to be honest. But hey, it probably makes. I probably could do that for like a side gig, do some side gig work. They're doing exposed videos of journalism. They went to China and talked to graphics card smugglers. Oh wow, interesting. Yeah, how the data centers are going to be turned into cloud computing if AI doesn't work out. Oh, here's the thing. Okay, let's talk about data centers for a second. That's a good topic. So, data centers. Everybody is all up in arms about data centers. So here's the thing, guys. It's not just about AI. And let me ask you this. We have 4K video when it comes to shorts, when it comes to YouTube videos, or even just all the other shit that people upload to the internet right now. We upload, like, on average, several thousand terabytes of data in a day to some place on the internet. Obviously, it's spread out amongst everything. But where do you think all this data is going to go? Right? Especially if you work in IT, you know damn well there's got to be a back end. Oh, it's in the cloud, it's on a VM. Well, the VM's got to sit in a host somewhere. There's got to be SANs. There's always going to be real hardware at some point where this data is actually going to be sitting, right? So the data center is not just about AI. They're also, I mean, this stream right now is going to go somewhere, right? And as we add more and more data to the internet and not as much is getting deleted, these companies are like, we gotta put sand somewhere. I mean, what do? YouTube just says one day, oh guys, a little banner on top of the screen, yes, our disks are full, no more uploads now. That wouldn't work for them, would it? That's not how that works. Could be in Greenland. Yeah, you know what? You wonder if that's why Trump's. Of course, Greenland's got other resources he wants, but would Greenland probably not be a bad place to put data centers? I mean, the whole thing's a fucking sheet of ice. You just take snow and shove it in the servers, and that's your coolant. Or whatever. You just leave the data centers can just be vented, man. Like, you got cooling right there. It's just air cooled. Just pump the air, and it's fucking cold up there all the time. The old internet via Cyberpunk, yeah. I mean, seriously, if Greenland, that actually is not a bad idea. I hate to say it. I mean, I don't want Greenland to think that I want them to turn into a data center country. That's not what I want. But I mean, it's not actually the worst idea to have data centers in Greenland. I'm not kidding. I mean, again, I don't want that. Politically, that's not a good idea. But, if we were just concerned about technology, that would... I don't know. I mean, why would that not be a good idea, I guess? I mean, you'd have to run fiber up there, but they already do that. It's pretty well isolated. It's pretty secure. No, like, yeah, I do not want to invade Greenland for data centers. I want to be clear about that. Greenland is not on something I want to. No, Greenland should be left alone. Greenland should be left alone. Like, in reality, what I'm saying is, like, if we didn't give a shit about anything else, okay. But in my opinion, Greenland should be left alone. My home governor, Jeff Landry, is in Greenland right now trying to win over the population. Well, good luck with that, buddy. Fucking good luck with that. What? Doubling, tripling down on military action against Denmark. I mean, there's no way. They've been very clear about they want to be their own thing. In fact, Greenland, the citizens in Greenland have a problem with Denmark running the place. The only reason why they're okay with Denmark is because Denmark is a relatively, like, decent country. And they're like, okay, I'm not, we can sort of, and we need resources, so we'll be okay with you. From South Carolina, is that California? California. I was just in California. This picture behind me was taken in Yosemite. I'm pretty sure. Oh, yeah, no, I absolutely think that Trump is absolutely, I mean, let's be real. He just did it with Venezuela. You know. Now, I will say this. Venezuela right now, I mean, their government is still, we act like, oh, we're going to run it. Yeah, Southern California. We act like we're going to run it. How's it going, by the way? Maveria 9808. Am I pronouncing your name right? I'm sorry if I'm not. I can't read half time. You know me. Can't read or talk half time. But I mean, what I was saying about Venezuela, we're not actually running Venezuela yet. So, you get what I'm saying? Like, we don't actually... We're going to have to continue invading the country to actually take control over it. The Venezuelan government is still in place. So, I mean, I guess my point is really all Trump did was get the guy out, get him out of there, get the hell out of there. I mean, we haven't actually officially taken over Venezuela. So, on one hand, you could look at it as, well, maybe he won't actually do it, but again, I'm not, especially after that, I don't want to say that. The White House says we have a deal for $50 million a day. Do you believe anything out of the White House right now? Do you actually believe a single fucking thing that Donald Trump says? Let's be real. Do you actually want to say... Maybe some things. I mean... But honestly, I never believe a damn thing that guy says. I just don't. Yeah. Honestly, I think here's the thing. Here's the other thing too, guys. You have to remember. Trump took it the next level when he went in and took Maduro. Okay. That put every country on the fucking planet on notice. So it's not going to be, oh, just do it now. I mean, NATO's has now on alert. Colombia is now on alert. Every other fucking country is on alert now. Like, the UN has met about this and is basically saying that the UN had a trash talk session a couple days ago on the United States. I watched that. That was fucked. MS/glad happened to check YouTube. Don't want to miss your live. Yeah. I'm sorry by the way. Before I continue what I was just saying. I will probably going forward. I will probably announce when I do live streams or plan them. I feel like that's probably going to give me a better turnout and people actually know when I'll be streaming. So I will do that. I just wanted to. I didn't really have an idea for a video tonight, to be honest. So I didn't want to do nothing at all. So yeah, I decided to do a live stream just to kind of give you guys something. Guerrillas, for a Spanish word. They'll make Vietnam look like a peaceful walk in the woods. I honestly don't know how anyone, I mean, besides Trump, but the Republicans are still trying to defend him a little bit in Congress right now with this, and I mean, like the Democrats saying, it's obvious. Vietnam, the Korean War. I mean, the Korean War has some success, I guess, because of the 38 parallel, that kind of shit. But it's like, if you really look at the actual cost of these conflicts and us trying to regime change a country, how much that really benefit us at the end of the day. And again, let's be real, Donald Trump, regardless of what MAGA does, did campaign on the fact that America first, right? No new wars. America first. Focus on the problems here in this country. And instead, he's doing the exact opposite, and we're going to not benefit from that really at all. Trump always says he has all the cards, but it lays them on the table every 5 minutes. He really doesn't. Yeah, I honestly, let's be real, Trump, why is Trump doing all this right now? Why has he been blowing up boats in the Caribbean at all? The Epstein files. Trump does not want the Epstein files to be fully released. He wants to stall on that as much as possible, or if anything, take away. I mean, that's what I'm saying. The Epstein files are so detrimental to Donald Trump that he's willing to invade a fucking country. I mean, that should tell you what's in them files. There's something in them files he didn't want to get out because, man, if you're really going to do what you just did to avoid shit coming out, that's pretty fucked, man. What is in them files? I mean, if anything, that should draw our attention closer to the files. What are you hiding in those files that is invade Venezuela bad? I'm just saying. I don't think the Epstein files explain everything. I mean, we don't know how intact they even are, I guess. But I'm sorry, until they've released everything, I'm not going to be satisfied with, everything unredacted, that is, too. I'm not going to be satisfied with the end result. I mean, yeah, and to be honest, I don't need the Epstein files to know that Trump has done horrible things to little girls. I don't need them. I already know he's done horrible things. But the problem is that when dealing with average Americans, sorry, not sorry, this is the bullshit game you have to play. Yeah, I mean, saying the Epstein file. Now, the only reason why we might not want to talk about the Epstein files is because the more you do, the more aggressive Trump gets. But honestly, that's also just buying into the bully's behavior. Perhaps we shouldn't do that. We should still be like, okay, Trump, why are you blowing up countries instead of releasing the Epstein files like you campaigned to do? We're all here complaining about Trump. Yeah, man, this stream. Listen here, this stream, and honestly, a lot of my streams will be just on this channel. Will be just this is chill time with Ben. All right, chill time with Ben in like a safe space. Although I gotta be honest with you, I'm good with debating too. Like, but this is also a space where we can just chill and kind of forget that the world is fucked right now. Well, not forget, but you know what I mean. At least deal with it. Random stuff. We don't like fascists. I mean, that's how sad the world has gotten when you can build a YouTube channel on just the simple fact that you don't like Donald Trump. Because fascism. I mean, let's be real. That's where we're at right now. Like I said, that's why my name on here is Tech Maxware. This was originally supposed to be a tech channel, and I will also do tech probably on a different channel now. I'll open a separate channel for that because I don't want. There's going to be a lot of people that don't want to watch tech stuff, which I totally get. So, that come on here for my political stuff, and vice versa. I'm sure a lot of tech people, which I wish more people were involved in politics, but okay. are not going to want to deal with the politics stuff, so I'll probably do a separate channel at some point when this one grows a bit more for the tech stuff. BGW, your live chat is way less filled with MAGA comments. I really think the bots are everywhere, even your channel. Oh, yeah. I've already seen comments that made me think it's a bot. For sure. That's how it is, though. You can't... Here's the thing. When you're starting a YouTube channel, I have comments, and you've seen me. I heart a lot of comments I like to see. You cannot get all upset about negative comments, all right? Because here's the other reason you won't want to get upset at negative comments is that they improve your analytics. So if the bots are on there improving my analytics, then that's fine with me. I mean, not that I like bots on the internet, but hey, I mean, if we're putting a positive spin on it, at least my channel is growing because some bot is commenting on my video. I can't do nothing about that. Were there events you will go get and keep more live viewers covering the events? Yeah, so I guess I could talk a little bit about the future plans for my channel. So obviously I'm going to keep making nightly videos. I was doing Monday through Friday. I might still try to keep that schedule now that I'm no longer employed full-time. Perhaps I'll do a little more than that. We'll see. I've got other stuff I'm working on, though, outside of YouTube, so we'll see. I do want to do more live streams. I want to schedule them, though, because I think that'll be... Yeah, I subbed. Thanks for the sub, man. I really appreciate that. Seriously, I do. Yeah, awesome. Also, if you guys want to... You know what? I don't often say this because I don't like being a sellout, but I guess it helps. I don't know. I'm sorry. But if you want to like and subscribe and share my videos, that would be absolutely wonderful. Just because it helps me. And I also want to get the world... I do want to genuinely have enough of a... I'm sorry, but I would like to have enough of an audience so that when I put a message out there, you know, that it actually does make a difference politically. Like, we can actually move this country in the right direction, and I think that's important, and the only way that will happen is if I have a good enough following. Let's be real about that. So I appreciate y'all doing that. And like I said before, I will do scheduled live streams. I will schedule them going forward. I kind of just had a life change today with my job, so I'm still organizing my life as it is right now. But because I have some newfound time, this channel will get more attention for sure. So don't you worry, guys. More to come. And like I said, if you want me to talk about anything specific right now or in future videos, you let me know. Leave comments in my videos when I do upload them, or tell me now or whenever. It's just, yeah, I'll cover what I can, for sure. I can't guarantee I'll cover everything you tell me to cover. You know, I want it to stay relatively appropriate for my platform, but I definitely want to cover what my people want me to cover, so. Yeah. I feel like the chat might have died, or either that or my chat's not active right now. Let me make sure this is just not broken or something. I think we're okay. Pretty successful live stream, actually. I mean, honestly, this is so far the most successful live stream I've actually ever had. I gotta be honest. I was scanning the protests. Which protests? Like, on my channel? What are you talking about? I was spamming. LOL. Oh, boy. I missed the beginning. How did you go part-time all of a sudden? Okay. Alright, so so forever who was not here in the beginning, story time again. If you were here, then, you know, you'll get to, I don't know, listen again. So... I don't know what's happened. This past year, my boss has been rather off with me. And so I don't know if it's because of, like I said, I work for a county government. I don't know if it's because of Trump. I'm not going to say that completely is. I think he's got his own issues, honestly. But essentially, I've done a tremendous amount of work there, and honestly, I kind of did myself in a little bit because it took on more work that I could probably chew for a little bit. Um, but I kind of went to my boss. There's been some back and forth with this for a while now. Long story short, and today specifically, I resigned because my boss was basically telling me your hours aren't good, and I'm like, no, they are good. Here they are. And he's like, yeah, but you're not proving you're doing good work. And I'm like, well, I just flipped us over to a .gov domain, literally switched the entire domain over. I've rebuilt all our VMware clusters. I've brought the county, because the county wasn't even doing backups when I started there, and now they were doing backups. I don't know who's going to do them now, but for a while they were good. Um, and so it's just basically they were trying to tell me, or my direct boss was trying to tell me that, he's been trying to tell me that I'm struggling to get my stuff done, which is just, I mean, to be fair, it's sort of true because I have just way too much. I had way too much on my plate, and I went to that with information. I'm like, dude, can we kind of spread the love a little bit here? Some of this stuff, but I guess they're being forced to do that now because I resigned. But I know resigning in this job market, like we were talking about earlier, might not be the best move. But I got to be honest with you, I've got other things interesting I want to do. I do have a little bit of savings right now, not tremendous amounts, so I do want to get fired up and working on some stuff. But I absolutely want to work on this channel. I'm gonna do some side gigs as well. Not so much side gigs anymore, but I'm gonna do some freelancing work for probably start with a little tiny MSP. And just communication scheme the situation. I tried to talk to my boss about this. It's like I would show him the evidence of what I was doing, and he would just ignore that. I swear to God. I'm like, dude, my hours are right there, and if I didn't have all my hours in on a particular week because I had something going on, I went back in the weekend and did work. And here's that information too. But he's like, oh, well, you have to clock hours in every single flipping day. I'm like, well, I can't always do that. And we've talked about this several times, but I know I did good work there, and so I was like, okay, you know what? I've got some stuff going on elsewhere. I've got some other stuff in the works. My girlfriend's got her own business going. I'm gonna work for her a bit too, actually. Actually, her business will pay me a little bit as well, which is kind of nice. I've got some stuff going on. We'll be fine. I put a bunch of... also, guys, support me in this channel, and that'll help me a bit, too. I put a bunch of my 401k into gold and silver, and it's still going up. LOL. I bought silver at 34 an ounce, and it's like 80 now. Gold is about 40... Yeah. Yeah, I've heard people do that. I'm not sure I will do that, but I'm glad I don't really have any bosses. How do you... So, y'all who were there, that I now am finding myself in, so you all, I'm guessing some of you are, maybe most of you are, like, freelancing at this point, or, like, how are you guys making your living? I know Lucky Strikes over here said he's kind of doing that a little bit as well, like, working different contract roles and things like that, which I might assume doing as well. EFTs are better returns. I have never done EFTs or like crypto or anything like that. I just don't know. It seems a little bit rough. I don't know. I could be wrong. I guess you know what you're doing is probably fine. How long have I been streaming, actually? I really haven't paid attention how long we're in. Oh, an hour and 30 minutes, okay. Do I consider myself a liberal? I lean more progressive, and in some ways, probably yes, I am more of a liberal, but I definitely have conservative values. I am not one... I gotta be honest. I mean, yes, do I lean more progressive? I suppose, but really what I mean by that is I just want to see our country and our species move forward. Progress. Us build a more technologically savvy and more savvy, just in general, species. I don't know if that's liberal and progressive. I feel like progressive that might be. I don't know if that's the same thing as what like people would consider it to be though. Um, I think sort of, but not really. I'm a leftist, but I don't do labels much. You talk like a social democrat. I definitely am more okay, and but this is going to tick a lot of people off. I definitely am more of probably what one might call a socialist, but I am not what like. Oh, and before you go get your off your rocker, there we mislabel that term a lot. When I say socialist, I'm talking like, oh, I don't know, universal health care, shit like that. Not like, oh, the government controls us. No, that's not what I mean. I'm talking like strictly like a democratic socialist government where yes, we have institutions that, not everybody can work, not everybody has, for whatever, there's tons of reasons why someone might need extra help, and and our tax dollars are paying for our people to live happy lives. Call me crazy, all right? I mean, not that, again, I don't, there's, anything can get corrupt, right? And the problem is people literally buy into like the Soviet Union propaganda because they call themselves socialists. They were not socialists. They were authoritarian. They were exactly what Trump is right now. They were far from socialists, not at all. The government, if anything, they're communists, which is not what I'm not a communist. That's definitely not the same thing. People group those two together, and that is not true. I'm a science believer. Yeah, not but yeah. I mean, science. Here's the thing: there's no such thing as believing in science. Science is a tool, much like this pen is a tool. You're just doing something. You're just proving something is either, or you're trying to determine what is what. That's all science is. People that's the thing is like, the more you know about the world, the more boring it really actually is. People want so much excitement, which I understand. But really, in reality, I think that's part of our problem is people think things are going to be exciting and there's got to be a dark secret to everything. And that's the world's actually quite fucking boring, if you really think about it, Sitting your reviews, oh yeah, I want tax dollars be spent in public programs. Yeah, exactly. Like when I say socialist, I'm talking about programs that help your common folk. Right? And it's not like they're being controlled by anyone. Sure, maybe they have to sign up and maybe they have to have certain variables that apply to them to be able to take advantage of such a program. But I mean, guys, we already have social programs right now in this country that, of course, that are Republicans trying to take away from you. Reading a lot of U.S. history lately. The origins of liberalism is fascinating. John Locke was the first philosopher who defined individuals in society. Yeah. Universal healthcare, good mental health access for people. Those are, yeah. Do you want to know why our country is so fucked right now? Is because our capitalistic society, which you've heard this several times, I know you have, our capitalistic society is, I'm not saying capitalism is bad. I'm simply saying that we rely on it too much. To the fact where I have to leave my job because my boss thinks that I'm doing so piss poorly amongst all the evidence I proved to him, but because I rely on him 100% for a fucking paycheck, which I don't so much anymore, but I was for a while. It's like, and if you have to, the only answer to survival in a capitalist society is working to death, which doesn't actually make any sense for a proper society. That's, usually people will just complain about consumerism. Yeah, well, that's the other thing is that our economy is built on consumerism. But how do you consume? You have to contribute to the consumerism, aka sell to it, in order to make a living. I mean, if I'm being honest, that's what I'm doing right now. Y'all are watching a live stream. You're consuming my content, which, by the way, I appreciate. But I mean, let's be real. That's what this, and that's not a bad thing either. It's just that if we rely on 100% on that, on people having to survive based on that, I mean, we don't talk about what happens to people when they can't do that. It's fucking sick. It's sad. I'm a far left socialist revolutionary. I'm right there with you on capitalism. LOL. Capitalism should not be applied to our healthcare. No, it should definitely not be applied to our healthcare. That is the reason why we have a healthcare problem in this country. Our education for our children is like water education. All of those things you just listed. Yeah, healthcare, education, all of those things should be government provided entities. Sorry, not sorry. And I'm not. The government is. You don't want the government controlling that. Well, here's the thing. Just like right now, if us as citizens in a democratic, socialist economy pay attention to what our government is doing, like they should be right now, I might add, you're not going to ever have to worry about corruption because people will be like, oh, this asshole's not doing his job correctly. Vote him out of office, put someone else in there. That's how it works right now. The Founding Fathers already gave us a great method for this. We've just not been... I mean, that's why if you actually read your Constitution, it's pretty broad in a lot of areas because they're like, yeah, you're going to have to figure this out for yourself. They were just setting the framework in motion. Yeah, again, at one point in time, again, nothing is perfect, right? It's an average mix, and people need to pay attention to what's currently happening and solve problems as they come. That's just how this works. And that's why I say, like, to act like, oh, both sides are bad, Democrats, Republicans both suck, and there's no hope. If that's your response to this, if you think that there is no hope in government in dealing with Democrats and Republicans in the government, then you've let them win. You've let them take over your life. That's what they want you to think. Go back to them and be like, no, you work for me, buddy, and I can make sure you get your job taken away from you if you don't shape the fuck up and do your goddamn job. That's literally how this works. They're there working for you as a citizen. Again, ask me how I know. I worked for the government. This is part of what I did. The education system in this country definitely failed its children in terms of politics, civics. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Our education's horrible in this country. And to be fair, it relies heavily on government funding, or at least historically has. Trump, of course, ruined that as well. And the issue, though, is, again, I remember when I was growing up in Central Missouri, the school I went to, I moved to Central Missouri, of course. I lived in Florida until I was like 7 years old, and I moved to Missouri. Just family things, unfortunately. But I remember when I was in high school, and they had tried to pass a tax levy for personal property taxes to basically funnel some more money into our local school system that I went to in order to, like, buy more books or educational material, things like that, right? And what ended up happening is the only way they actually got this to pass was that it's basically so that 73% of the money would go to repaving the track for, like, track and field that you run on, and only like 30% of that then would go into the actual education material, because people didn't believe that education was important. Well, my son's gonna go work on a fucking farm or some shit. You don't know how to do math, which is dumb. If you're a farmer, I mean, actually, you be good to have a good grasp on science and math, if you ask me, but to be successful. But I digress. They believe education was not important in that town, and so the only way to pass a tax levy was to show the people, oh, we're going to work on track and field. That's going to be the main, I guess, financial goal for this. So, and people believe that. That's the problem. And again, I grew up around. This is not a new problem. I've seen this all my life with this country, and again, another reason why I'm opening this channel is because I feel like I feel like there's a lot of people that do this similar to what I do, but they're too far up the chain. Like, like Brian Tyler Cohen or things like, even Tennessee Brando is close, but he's got such a big following now. He's still a great guy. Don't get me wrong, I love him. But there's not a lot of people out there that are like, I'm just like you. I'm working in the slums, right? I live here in the Midwest. I am one of you. Here's why your life sucks. Here's what you're looking at this all wrong, right? And I feel like there's not enough people doing that, that think, I guess, similar to me. And I don't know if I should call myself educated, but someone who likes to inform themselves and hopefully spread this knowledge onto somebody else. I mean, I realize I'm being ironic right now, too, because if my channel grows to like hundreds of thousands of subscribers, okay, yeah, I'm no longer a small person. But even if that is the case, I gotta be honest with you, I will never, like, be he has all these special effects and all the shit like that, I will always kind of have, like, a shit-ass video and a shit-ass quality to my content, to be honest, because I want to be approachable. I really truly do. I do not want to be separated from y'all. Oh yeah, I watch Romano all the time. Romano's awesome. Oh yeah, no. And like I said, Lucky Strike, if you're here in Missouri, especially, I would love to chat with you one-on-one. To get some, to do some work, to maybe trade off work or stuff like that, or do some networking for sure. Like, when I say networking, I mean, like, yes, okay, networking as far as, like, but I'm more meaning, like, find work and spread marketing, that kind of stuff. Here for decades in Missouri. Yeah, I've been here for what? I guess just over 2 decades now. Yeah, I've been here for 2 decades. That's hard to believe, but it's true. 2 decades? 3 decades, actually. That's fucked. But there's another major. Yes, no, religion is weapon. You don't see that so much anymore. I feel like they've actually gotten a little bit past that. But no, religion is 100% weaponized. I did a whole video on that, which did pretty well, actually, a while back, was me talking about how religion is weaponized. And Trump has used it. The Republicans have used it to spread their bullshit. Religion is unfortunately weaponized. I'm not religious. I gotta be honest with you. I don't believe in any kind of God or anything like that. And for that reason, I feel like religion, the whole idea behind religion, has been weaponized for politics and to spread, again, literal bullshit about what's happening in this country, which is not true. And I'm not a fan of that, to be honest. That's what I'm saying. I feel like we need to, again, there's a separation of church and state for a reason. Let's keep it that way, guys. Let's keep it that way. I don't want to be forced to go to church. Please. I don't like that. No, ew. I'm sorry. If you're religious, that's fine. You do your own thing, man. I don't want to do that. I'm good. I'm reading a book about the Seven Mountains Mandate. It was the cult that Peter Thiel brought into. Yeah. I gotta be honest, I'm not so. People love to read about like cults and like conspiracy theories, things like that. I don't really care so much. I like reading Arthur C. Clarke. I like shit like that. I like to read about religion because in my opinion, that's like it has a lot of relevance to society, and so therefore I like to read up about it. But I can care less about like again, I don't think I want to act like the world is always there's always a scheme behind everything. Sometimes that weird Mexican restaurant that you like going to is not a money laundering place. It's just there. Sometimes that's just the case. I've never been baptized. I never was baptized either. My parents weren't religious. That's part of the reason why I'm not religious either. I'm one of those weird people. I used to go to an atheist meeting here locally where I live, which I don't know how I feel about it, honestly. Just community, I guess. Like-minded thinkers, I suppose. It's actually where my girlfriend and I met. But, anyways. But a lot of people, including my girlfriend, they grew up in like religious households, right? And they like, oh, I used to go to church and I didn't like it, and this is how I got out of it, and things like that. And I'm like, dude, I purely would never had to go to church. I've been to church 3 times in my life, and every time I've gone, it feels like a cult. I'm sorry if anybody on here is religious and doesn't like what I'm saying. I do apologize, but it feels like a fucking cult to me. It's like you're chanting weird shit, you're singing about weird shit, God is good, all this stuff's good, and I'm just like, yo, I've never seen something like this before. It's just like it makes corporate like slop, like, here on our family, our team's a family. It makes shit like that look sane. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, oh God, I don't know. I'm sorry if I'm offending anybody here. It is my opinion, I guess, right? If atheists weren't so uppity, but they are sometimes tough to be around. Yeah, problem with like that atheist group I went to, there's just the problem is I was telling them this. I'm like, listen, I would love to like spread some sort of platform teaching people about different things, but they were so like, what's the term I'm looking for? I can't even fucking think. That's how dumb I am. I don't know. They were so like educated, I should say. That's how they wanted to look at everything. Academic, like an academia sort of thing. Like they were so like in an academia mindset that it was just too low to like talk to anyone else. And their group was always so small because they wouldn't market to anybody. And I'm like, yeah, you're gonna get people that don't like you on here, right? But that should not bother you. You just have to deal with that, right? That's part of it. Anyway, I get people on my YouTube channel that disagree with me all the time, and that's fucking fine, man. I totally am okay with that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's popular because I think people are just too they just have too much. They're too. I love the academia mindset. Don't get me wrong. I love that whole world, but it does not work for the rest of America. Right? And that's the problem I have with it, is like when you're trying to accomplish something with that tone, it often does not work. And I've seen that several times. So. Pledge Allegiance. Yeah, Pledge Allegiance in classroom is kind of weird. I mean, it's okay. Pledge Allegiance is okay. What I used to do when I was in school, because of course me being a non-believer for God, I would say I pledge allegiance to the flag. I literally forgot. Holy shit, I forgot the pledge. It's been that long. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm such a fucking horrible person. But the part where it says under God, that was actually added to the Pledge of Allegiance. And so I would skip that part of the pledge. I would say it. But that's not the original Pledge of Allegiance. Under God was added later by the religious people. Screw them. Yeah, 1955. You're right about that. 1955. That's exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I forget who, and how it was added, but it was in the 1950s. And so I was like, no, fuck it. I forget what it was, but I skipped it. I was like, nah, I don't fucking. I'm not saying this shit. I know things. Yeah, you do know things. That's good. I think people that know things should promote things and talk about these things, because there's a lot of people out there, conspiracy theories, that like to talk too. They say a republic for which it stands, one nation under God. Yes, so I would say one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all, because that is legitimately, like, Under God was added. You know what? Fuck it. Let's Google it. Let's fuck it, guys. I can show us this right now. Hold on 1 second. Let's get fancy. Window capture. Under God. Let's. That's the window capture name. Let's say Firefox private browsing. Boom. Boom. Okay. So, let's see. When was Under God added to the Pledge of Allegiance? I spelled that horribly, as you can see. That's okay. Eisenhower under God Pledge of Allegiance. There's not really this Reddit feed. Pledge of Allegiance. Let's look at this real quick. Wikipedia. Does anybody here think Wikipedia is a scam? Does anybody here believe in that shit? Let's see. Edition of Under God. Here we go. You're actually fat. I don't listen. I don't fucking know. I don't know if I'm what. So okay. So let's just read here. Louis Albert Bowman, an attorney from Illinois, was the first to suggest the addition of Under God to the Pledge. The National Society of the Daughters-Making Revolution gave him an award of merit as the originator of this idea. He spent his adult life in Chicago area and was chaplain of Illinois Society since the American Revolution. I'm just going to read through this here. Okay, he led the society reciting the Pledge of Allegiance with 2 words, Under God, added. He said that the words came from Lincoln's Gettysburg Address. Although not all manuscript versions of the Gettysburg Address contain the words Under God, all their perched transcripts of the speech delivered to do perhaps. Okay. So this kind of like was already sort of happening, just not officially. It kind of makes sense. During the Cold War, many Americans wanted to distinguish the United States from the state atheism promoted by communist countries. Oh my goodness. Oh, yeah. So this is what I'm saying. These Republicans and these conservatives, this shit goes way back. Okay? These conservatives have been trying to combine church and state to push their fucking agenda. Dude, it's the communist countries. We can't be communists, so we're gonna dude. So you're gonna spread a different kind of cult. Is that what you're saying? In 1951, Knights of Columbus, the world's largest Catholic fraternal service organization, also began including the words "Under God" in the Pledge of Allegiance in New York City, April 30th, 1951. Board of Directors of the Knight Kingdom of Columbus adopted a resolution. Amen. Okay, I'm just gonna read this through real quick and see. Undergone new nation over the next 2 years. The idea spread throughout the Knights of Columbus organization in Royal National Wade. August 21st, 1952, Spring Council of Knights. Columbus meeting. Okay. So, when did they actually do it? Let's see. Oh boy, we have a Charlie Kirk person in the chat. God bless Charlie Kirk. He was the most legendary hero of this world. He saved us, the world. Listen, I don't like how Charlie Kirk died. I want to be very clear about that. You think he's a bot? Nah, I'm not going to ban him. Ain't no way I'm going to ban him. Nah. I'd do that. No. Anybody can comment their bullshit here, alright? This is a safe space for everybody. That's not just mean I'm not going to fucking argue with you, but I will 100% let you... I don't care if it's a bot. Bots can... Charlie's greatest will go down in history as the most legendary hero and savior. Jesus Christ, chosen one. Well, that's great. You know, if you think that, that's cool, man. I don't think that, though. American President's honor the church singing against Pew on this Sunday and here's President. Okay. I'm trying to figure out where they just added it, though. High chances a bot. Well, somebody click on his channel and find out. I don't want to do it. I'm not going to fucking do that on my stream. And random formatting errors cause LLM copy. Yeah, probably. So who do you think is funding these bots? Do you think Trump is doing this? Who's doing the bots? Like, who's botting around? I wonder who's funding the bots. Musk? Yeah, probably Musk. You're not wrong. Probably is Musk. Fuck that guy. Baptized just the year before, responded enthusiastically to Okay, guys. 4. Congress passed the necessary legislation, and Eisenhower signed the bill into law on Flag Day, June 14th, 1954. So Eisenhower said, from this day forward, the millions of our school children will will daily proclaim that every city and town, every village and rural schoolhouse, dedication of our nation and people of Almighty. In this way, we are affirming the transcendence of religious faith and America's heritage and future. In this way, we shall constantly strengthen those spiritual weapons, which forever will be our country's most powerful resource in peace and in war. That's disgusting. Where are you from? Offensive for you to call someone a bot for telling an opinion of telling a dumbass. Well, it's saying calling someone a dumbass is offensive, though. The bot manager logged in. I mean, we don't know. Here's the thing, Dario. If you're a real person or a bot, I'm not gonna ban. Don't worry. No one's gonna get banned here. Okay. Here's what I gotta tell you, man. I'm gonna say this for everybody else in the stream. I want this to be clear. Okay, I'm gonna put my camera back on. By the way, fuck it. Boom. Here's what I gotta tell you. Okay. I do not mind you coming on my channel and telling me your beliefs. I think that Charlie Kirk was... I do not like how he died. I think that it's always horrible to see someone pass away that way, right? There's no excuse about that. But Charlie Kirk was absolutely someone who spread absolute propaganda, conservative propaganda, to get Donald Trump elected, who, by the way, who was elected on no new wars, bringing grocery prices down on day one, ending the Ukraine war on day one, I might add, solving the housing crisis, doing all of these things, making all these promises, which after a year, he has completely, should I say, fucking fallen back on his word. So, I mean, I feel like it's pretty safe to say Charlie Kirk or the whole Trump thing is legit propaganda. I mean, again, it's evidence it's there. It's out there. Like, Trump has absolutely not done what he campaigned for and what Charlie Kirk campaigned for. And, by the way, I know Charlie Kirk was smart enough to know that Trump was lying about this stuff. Yet he proceeded to do this. Or spread this propaganda for his own benefit. And by the way, his now widowed wife is continuing to not mourn his death and essentially try to keep running the sham show. It just looks pretty fucking fishy, man. I mean, whether or not you're a bot, or honestly for anybody else out there, and I'm not the first one to say this, let's just be real. I think his ex-wife is already married to Vance, isn't she? Does Vance have multiple wives now? That is what their Trump organization is going to do at some point, is legalize multiple wives. You know, multiple men can be married to multiple people. Fucking shit. Thoughts about patriotism. Personally, as a Latino, I love my country, born here, as the United States. But I feel like I was set up to dislike it through life experiences. Oh, dude, I'm a white man. I'm a white man here in the Midwest, and I'm here to tell you that life fucking sucks for me too. Okay. It was 100% copy pasted from LLM, not the actual person logged in because I added it. Yeah, listen, cool, that's fine. These bots, they can comment on shit. They can contribute to the, I don't know, the shit show that I'm putting on here, and it just adds to the analytics, I guess. So, cool. I gotta go put a TV dinner. Be back in a minute if you're still alive. I'll probably be here for a little while longer. We're going on 2 hours, so I might not go too much longer. But hey, blonde women are always the worst. Well, shit, buddy. You're sitting here. What the fuck are you saying? I mean, maybe you are a bot. Holy fuck. Wow. I mean, there's so much I could say about that. So first of all, I mean, Erica Kirk's supposed to be this amazing fucking like, carry on the tradition of Charlie Kirk, but yet she's a blonde. Jesus Christ, the dude. Fuck. That's amazing, man. Holy fuck. I doubt they will stick around long. Will they stick around? This country doesn't have blondes. For fuck's sake. Oh, man. Oh, man. That's something. Yeah, I don't know. That's my... Again, I don't like that Charlie Kirk died in that way. That's... But I gotta be honest with you. I mean, here's the thing. Charlie Kirk, though, was also the guy that touted that children, and people will die, but that's the sacrifice we have to have in order to have our rights to own our guns. And, I mean, he kind of got what he was asking for now, didn't he? Let's just be real about that. I mean, as much as y'all want to hate that, that's exactly what happens. I'm not laughing because he got shot. I'm laughing because he got served exactly what. Rose, you okay over there? You hacking up a hairball or something? I'm going to have to check on my cat. Guys, give me 1 second here. I'm going to go check on my cat real quick. I'll be right back in 2 seconds. Oh, my hair got stuck in the headphones. You guys get to watch me untangle my hair now from my headphones. Shit. My hair is... Yeah. Alright, hold on 1 second. Rose, you okay, sweetie? Oh, the door just cracked. Okay. Oh, all right. I don't even know if I need my headphones, honestly. It's like, I'm not really listening to anything. He has children. We should not be laughing about that. Oh, no, absolutely not. I agree. To watch your dad die that way, like, right in front of your face as a kid is horrible. That's... Who the fuck is laughing about that? Yeah, it's... I mean, again, it's like... When your own political base is in power, people give all this shit. I don't know, honestly, how people ever blame Democrats for spreading, hate and I mean, I'm sure Democrats don't spread hate at all compared to what Republicans have done. I mean, again, Charlie Kirk said some horrible shit about people and to people, yet he gets shot. I mean, it just... I'm not laughing, again, not laughing at the fact that he gets shot, I'm laughing at the fucking irony of the situation. It's bad, and that's why you don't say those things. That's why you don't believe in violence, in supporting all that shit. I might be blocked. Yeah, well, whatever. You know what I could probably do? I don't know if I want to work that hard. I could, try to, capture the chat and put it in. I could, maybe. Oh god, here comes the moment where everything breaks. Let's see, I'll remove this. I will add a... display capture, possibly? I don't know if I want to do that. Oh, let's find out here. ISP will be from VPN. Yep, probably. I'm not using a VPN right now, guys. You can dox me all you want. I'm not afraid. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I can't do that. Okay. I thought there was a way to, in OBS... Name is already in use. Well, fucking hell, chat 2. Okay, whatever, fine. Screw it. I'll have to find a way to... At some point, I'll have to find a way to, actually capture chat so you guys can all see what I'm seeing as well. Just in case anybody bans anybody else. I guess. I don't know if that's a thing, but that's about as good as it's gonna get. I don't use VPNs either. Well, they're all compromised. I think Proton's okay. I've had good luck with Proton. I don't use it exclusively for everything, but like, I will use Proton if I am like in a hotel and like my cellular service sucks and I kind of want to use the Wi-Fi, but I kind of don't want to use the Wi-Fi without an internet condom on. What do you think of what happened in Venezuela? So I am not appalled by Maduro being captured. I think that guy was a shithead. Not everyone is celebrating Maduro's ousting. That's actually not totally true, but yes, a lot of people are celebrating it. The issue with that, though, is that here's the thing. So Dario, let me ask you this: whether or not you're a bot. How when Russia goes and steals Zelensky from Kiev and brings him back for trial, and by the way, in the process bombs fucking Kiev and kills a bunch of people in the process of doing that, how is the United States supposed to now say that that's a bad thing? Furthermore, when China goes and attacks Taiwan and takes over that and starts that bullshit back up, how are we supposed to? He needs to face. You think that that Zelensky needs to face justice? Wow, that's not good. You're wrong about that. So you need to understand that if you look at how Ukraine came to be the way they are now, is not a bot. This is the guy that copy-pasted it. Yeah, I gotta copy and paste your arguments from ChatGPT, huh? That's funny. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I'm not a fan of Maduro. Nobody is, dude. That's not the... See, that's the thing is, you can't... But here's the problem, is the reason why nobody has done anything about it in that way until Trump is because it sets a precedence for the rest of the world. And also, Trump, by the way, is going to attack Greenland. Trump wants to attack other countries as well. This is not about Maduro. This is about Trump wanting to just be a dickface. People who believe you use ChatGPT all the time are usually foolish. Interesting. I'm not even sure what that means. What do you mean with that? People who believe you use ChatGPT all the time. Oh, you're saying... Oh, your grammar's so piss poor, by the way. Okay, you're saying that people who think I use chat are foolish? Okay, well, I mean... The problem is, though, is that it does happen. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the thing is, like, English isn't his first language, probably not. So, I mean, that's the problem, though, is, like, it's not about, as Republicans are saying, oh, Maduro, you're supporting Maduro if you don't support this. No, I'm simply saying that the reason why we don't just go on guns blazing and steal presidents is because now... Guys, we legitimately rely on other nations, other countries to survive, right? For resources and things like that. We could not completely isolate the United States and be okay, you know. So if we're doing that, if we're going in and attacking other countries, that makes it much harder for us to interact with other countries because they're scared shitless about what the fuck we're going to do. And that's not okay. I mean, it's not just as simple as, oh, well, the president's been removed from power. It's not... I mean, why aren't we doing the same thing with North Korea? I mean, now that I said that, we might. I mean, seriously, it's like Kim Jong-un's a fuckface. Why aren't we doing that there, right? I mean, because it's not a good idea geopolitically. It's not. So, in fact, we are. I mean, that would actually get us right back into fucking war, or the Korean War. That would be an actually bad idea in more ways than just one. How many chats you're in right now? Oh boy. I like how some people, it's kind of funny because you stay in these kinds of chats long enough, and I used to play Minecraft a lot, and it's like, at some point, this is gonna devolve into some shit like that, you know. Oh man. I mean, fine, and again, fuck him. Here's the thing: anyone who does not support me as a person, um, I am 100% totally okay with you coming on my channel and commenting your bullshit. Because here's the thing: first of all, you're okay doing that. I'm perfectly fine everybody having their opinions. But my other thing is, you're also contributing to my analytics on my channel, so it kind of works in my favor. I'm just saying. A week to Bader. You are welcome here, bro. I mean, yeah, fucking dude. I said I don't mind. People who are like straight MAGA can come on here. It's just be warned that you're not going to be. We're not going to exactly allow you to say what you're going to say and believe what you're going to believe without some level of criticism and skepticism of your beliefs. I mean, that's just kind of fair, is it not? I mean, you're coming on to my channel, arguing with me. Oh yeah, downloads just goes up. Oh yeah, YouTube just sees your channel as are you gaining traction, because all they give a shit about is ad time. If you're watching ads, you're making them money and me money. Who's worse than Trump, huh? Tell me, who's worse than Trump? We all want to know, Daria. We're all watching you right now. You have the limelight. It's not Biden, Kamala, or Obama. No, it's someone everybody. It's George W. Bush. No, I don't think so. I think George W. Bush was an idiot. I think he made a lot of dumb decisions, but I would say that Trump is a lot worse. I'm being perfectly honest when I say this. I think Trump is severely worse than George W. If I had to choose, if you said, Ben, all you get's Republicans, you have to vote between Trump and Bush, I would 100% vote for Bush. 100%. I mean, the guy is at least a presidential person. Okay? Do I want him to be the president? No. But if I had to choose between Trump and Bush, let's be real. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, no. I mean, fuck. Yeah, no. Trump is legitimately the worst president we've ever had, guys. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. I'm sorry to do this to you, but just give me 1 second. You're gonna hate me for this. Let's see. Oh, fuck, whatever. You're gonna fucking hate me for this. So, let's look at Trump's Truth Social. Oh. Hey, look, he's actually using semi-proper grammar here. But, I mean, I have been informed that Venezuela is going to be purchasing only American-made products with the money they received from our new oil deal. What new oil deal? What the shit is this? You know, let me go down a little ways, and we can, like, find where his grammar really gets good. I know. Yeah, we probably won't spend much time on. I'm not gonna. I'm just saying. My point is that we were comparing George W. Bush to Donald Trump, and I'm here to tell you that if I had to choose, it would not be Donald Trump. I'm just saying. Yeah, this guy fucking like. You know what I was saying? I said this in his first term. What is this? This guy just spends all his time on goddamn fucking social media. I mean, at least he had like a 4-hour gap here. But like otherwise, goodness gracious, man. Yeah, there's just, God. It's just like, there was some down here where he was like literally like toddling around. Yeah, this shit. Like, don't use Tylenol unless absolutely necessary. Don't give Tylenol to your young children for virtually any reason. Break up the MMR shot into 3 totally separate shots. What the fuck is he talking about? Like, oh my goodness. How is this somehow better than George W. Bush? By the way, how the fuck does this man even not, he just looks like shit. Well, by the way, guys, IT experts. He took too much Tylenol's trial, probably. I mean, god damn it. Oh my fucking god. Anyways, enough of that. No. Anyways, that's Trump for you. That's truth. I mean, we all know. You don't need to be shown. But my point is, like, when you look at that and you compare that to George W. Bush, Trump didn't end 500,000 Iraq civilians. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, buddy. I think you've gone into the wormhole there with that one, to be honest with you. Ugh, goodness gracious, this shit. Oh, yeah, no, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that George W. Bush was a good president in his term. Back when he was around, I mean, no, plenty of bad things. Don't get me started on that. I mean, he also, again, I think, honestly, George W. Bush is an example of why getting us into a war with another country, to try to do a regime change, is a bad idea. I mean, Trump is essentially repeating what George W. Bush did in a much more fucked up way, and we're just supposed to be okay with this? No. I'm sorry, I'm not. It's been 3 months. I can't get these slaughter USB into it. Looks like hack this machine with USB. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's. I mean, and don't get me wrong. I mean, it took us like 2 decades to clean that shit up. But, I mean, here's the thing, too. If you're going to say, okay, let's say that the whole 500K thing is a thing. All right. That just goes on to show that, hey, let's not get involved in a war. Let's not get involved in conflicts overseas, other countries. Again, your boy, Donald Trump, legitimately ran on the No New Wars campaign. Let's not do wars, right? So why are we all of a sudden thinking whether or not you think Maduro is a good or bad person? Why did we do this when we weren't supposed to get in any new wars? Right? There's just a lot of issues with the logic behind this whole thing. If that makes any sense. I hope it does. I dropped something, sorry. Ugh. There we go. I gotta vacuum this floor, man. It's getting kind of filthy. How do you feel about Gaza? I don't know. Don't know a lot about it. I don't think that's a bot. I think that's a man. I think that is a person behind that profile. I gotta be honest. Um, I'll tell you what I think about Gaza, though. I think that the Middle East is going to always have problems and conflicts because they believe whose god daddy is the real god daddy. That's the issue with the Middle East. They have religious wars over there, and that will never, until they basically believe at some point or know that, okay, their religion shouldn't run their governments. That's not going to change. So, I don't know. I mean, perhaps that's a shitty way. I mean, I think that's why you have so many wars over there. But yeah, I would love to see that change, but I don't see that happening within my lifetime, at the least. So I don't know. I don't know. Well, guys, we are almost 2 hours and 30 minutes in. It's been an interesting stream. We've had some interesting conversations on here. And actually, again, a successful stream. I consider this a success. I did not schedule this. I did it randomly, and y'all showed up, and I appreciate that, by the way. Um, so I really appreciate that y'all are come out and watch this stuff, and yeah, it's been awesome. But I think we're all starting to kind of dwindle here. It's getting late, and I have stuff to do in the morning, even though I am not employed anymore. I have other gigs I gotta start firing up again, including here on YouTube. So I will definitely though be on more. I will do some more streams. I will announce a little bit. I almost wonder if we need to build some sort of platform, maybe a website, maybe a Discord server, or social media of some kind. I'm not a big social media person, but maybe we need to do something somewhere where I could like post some stuff, like, hey guys, gonna stream, and or I could just put a stream up like scheduled stream or something on YouTube. Maybe that's enough. We'll see. I'll do some reading up on that and see what the best idea is for me. But comment video, but this just popped up. It wasn't even subbed. I'll catch you later, though. I'm gonna grab some food now. Yeah, I appreciate you subbing, man. I will. Like I said, I'll probably do some build one in TikTok or Discord. I can't do TikTok. I gotta be honest. I hate TikTok. I cannot. The IT brain in me says do not fuck with TikTok. Discord though I do. So I will probably build a Discord server at some point. I'll catch replay when it posts. Thanks for going live. Yep, I will. Yeah, guys, I will absolutely do this some more again and schedule it. But yeah, successful live stream. And I think if it was scheduled and people knew about it, maybe I'd get some more views, and maybe I'd have some more people to have some awesome conversations with, and that'd be flipping awesome. But see you, dude. And I love sub. God bless. Yeah, but yeah, man. I mean, I'm not religious, but I appreciate the sentiment, and I appreciate you subbing. And absolutely, man. Like I said, we are all friendly here. This is a place to come together. So whether or not we have different views, we will have to debate those views, but that is perfectly acceptable. So yeah. All right, guys. Well, it's not quite 2:30 yet, or not quite 2 hours and 30 minutes yet, but I think I am going to go ahead and go. So once again, guys, thank you so much for coming out, and thank you so much for sticking it out with me. I will try to maybe do a normal video tomorrow, and probably figure out my schedule, maybe get some streams scheduled, and go from there. Thank you again, guys, and you all have a good night.